Hey, I didn't see you there. I was just reading a book. Anne Frank's diary. Not the original, of course. I'm reading the graphic adaptation. Wait, it's what? It's a digital spirit week. I wasn't even aware of that. And today people are sharing... Oh, they're telling people about what they're reading? Imagine that. Here I am, reading, me and my favorite dog, Roxy. She's not my favorite. Since you stopped by this morning, let's go ahead and get to work. Today's informational video is brought to you by Mega Smarties. No fat, no cholesterol, and no sodium. Pure deliciousness. And another one of our sponsors, fancy soap that you buy somebody for a gift but they never use, and then you find it several years later back in a closet because you're cleaning because you have way too much time on your hands. Speaking about soap, I'm about to get on a box. Let's talk. Today, I'd like to talk about quizzes. But before we talk about quizzes, we need to talk about talking about quizzes. Quizzes can be tough for people. Now, they're tough for a few reasons. One, just people get nervous before a test or a quiz. Also, sometimes people may have a difficult time reading the questions on the quiz. They may know the material, but they may not be able to understand what the question is asking. Or they may not feel like they know the material. And yes, that right there is a narwhal. Remember what Ben Franklin once said. Quizzes and tests, assessments, exams is the word he used, are not just an opportunity to show what you know, but they're an opportunity to show your effort.
Mr. Kirshen, I don't think Ben Franklin really talked about tests and quizzes, did he?
I don't know, but he may have. For me, as a teacher, I always try to make the quiz as more of a learning opportunity than just what do you know and what do you not know. So our quizzes are always set up in a way where you can take it again. So let's say you take a quiz and you don't do real well. Well, you take it again, you learn from your mistakes, you do better, you move on. To make sure everybody knows how the quizzes in our class work, I created a Google slideshow so you would understand the scoring on our quizzes. Last week we had to take the early Greeks practice quiz. It was 15 questions about the Minoans and the Mycenaeans. Let's say you took that quiz and scored an 11 out of 15 correct. Not a bad effort. If you divide 11 by 15, it's 0.73, which is a 73% or C. A decent first attempt on the quiz. But I always double the scores on the quizzes. So really, your 11 out of 15 is 11 out of 30 in the gradebook because the assignment is to take the quiz and then retake the quiz. So an 11 out of 30 is if you divide 11 by 30, it's 0.36 or 36%, which is now an F. So if you get an 11 out of 15 or anything other than a 15 out of 15, you need to retake that quiz. So let's say you retake it and get a 14 out of 15. Now what I do is I multiply that 14 times 2. You have now earned a 28 out of 30, which is a 0.93 or 93% and a minus, a good solid attempt that shows that you learned from your mistakes. Now, of course, if you started that quiz and got a perfect score the first time, then you're done. I'm doubling your quiz score. But on these quizzes, just to be clear, what I want to see is that you're learning material, that you're putting effort into the quiz. You take the quiz, you miss some questions, jot some notes down, you take it again, you get all those questions right, and now you're showing that you're learning. I can't believe it's already Thursday. We've almost been out of school 3 weeks. Not gonna lie to you, I don't really like Smarties very much. They're really sour. Oh. I hope you have a great week. I'll be entering the scores later today for the quiz on the different forms of government in ancient Greece. I hope that goes well. And I hope you follow today's advice. If you don't get a perfect score the first attempt, it's okay if you don't get a perfect score. I don't expect anybody to get a perfect score the first attempt. Maybe the second or the third attempt, though. Have a great day. Let me know if you need any help or have any questions. See you soon. I hope.